Okay, so I found quite a lot recently when I've been working with a gym member or a client and trying to verbally cue them into a certain position or to perform a certain movement pattern, that the verbal cues that I've been using have just confused them even more so. So I found that using bands for whatever movement it may be work really well as an external cue. They're quite reactive, they make the body react to an external stimulus. So they're good in that way. What I want to do today is specifically with the push-up. Specifically with the starting position of the push-up. So at the top plank position here, there's a couple of things that's happening at the shoulder girdle in that position. So the first thing is I want to be protracting my shoulder blades, so pushing them away, which kind of seems a little bit counterintuitive because the kind of be-all, end-all cue for the shoulder position is backing down, shoulders backing down. But if you think about it, in this position, in this prone position, gravity is obviously pushing down on me. So if I let gravity win, it's going to do this to my spine. It's going to overextend my spine, which is pretty common as well if you see anyone do push-ups. But that protraction, that push away, or that push into the ground, just holds my spine in that nice neutral position. That's the first thing. The second thing is depression of the shoulder blades, so pulling them down towards my hips. And that just stops them from straightening up and pushing in this compromised shoulder position from there. So not a good place to be applying force to the shoulder. So how that will work with the band. I have one band around my waist, one band out in front. The horizontal band, the band coming from my body here, is going to be pulling me back. So that's going to give me some resistance to then protract against. And then obviously with the vertical band, it's pulling me up, so that'll be my depression. So I can push forwards and then pull down, as well as pulling with the arms, so getting some lat activation and just some good anterior chain tension, which will also stop me from overextending in that plank position. So I can use those cues, those bands, to get a sense of how that feels and kind of train that pathway, or have something to then compare with when I'm on the ground. So I know what the position feels like, what I'm aiming for. When I then get into my push-up position, I can push, I can pull down, and I've got that feeling in my memory, I know what I'm doing. That's my starting position. The other cool thing with using the bands is you can practice grooving that movement pattern as well. So if I get myself set back up, get myself into my starting position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull into my body, sort of pulling down with my lats, with my arms into the bottom of my push-up, and then pushing away. So it gives me a chance to practice the movement pattern itself without the force of gravity affecting the way my spine behaves. And yeah, just a good progression or regression to progression for the push-up.